You walk into any electronic store and you stop, not because something caught your eye, but because everything did. Row after row of glowing screens, each one sharper than the last, each one calling your name. But here's the strange part. You don't feel excited, you feel overwhelmed. It's hypnotic and intentional, because in these spaces, confusion is profit. They don't sell you the best TV, they sell you the best illusion. Every year, homes get smarter, but the decisions, they get harder. Because when everything looks brilliant under showroom lights, how do you know what's real? Honey, this isn't another tech review. This is about what happens after the unboxing. When the return window closes, when the lights dim. When it's just you, your couch, and a choice you can't undo. So, let's talk about the best high-end 4K smart TVs of 2025. Not the shiniest, not the loudest, the ones that actually live up to the promise. TCL C855 Pro, the unexpected giant. Let's start with the one nobody saw coming. TCL, a brand that 5 years ago you might have scrolled past, but in 2025 they're building televisions that embarrass models twice their price. The C855 Pro uses something called QD Mini LED. Quantum dots meet thousands of tiny backlights. It's bright, brutally bright. We're talking 5,000 nits and HDR highlights. That's not a spec. That's a sunbeam in your living room. But here's what matters more than numbers. You're watching a night scene. A detective walks through fog under a single street lamp. On most TVs, that fog turns gray. The shadows crush. The magic dies. On the CA55 Pro, the fog glows. The shadows breathe. You see texture in the darkness because it has over 3,000 dimming zones, meaning the TV knows exactly where to add light and where to hold back. It's a 65-inch canvas with almost zero blooming. That halo effect around bright objects on dark backgrounds gone. And then there's the refresh rate. 100 inferior Fara-native, not interpolated, not faked, real motion clarity. You're watching a football match and the ball doesn't blur. A car chase and you see every frame. Gaming, 4 HDMI, 2.1 ports, 4K at 144 Hz, VRR, ALLM, FreeSync Premium Pro. It's a console's best friend. The sound system is tuned by Bang & Olufsen, a 2.1 setup with an overhead channel. It's not going to replace a soundbar, but for built-in audio, it's shockingly good. Dolby Atmos actually sounds like it's coming from above you. Google TV runs the interface smooth, intuitive, all your apps in one place. No lag, no ads stuffed into every corner. Is it perfect? No. The remote feels cheap. The stand is a bit wobbly if you bump the table. And if you're the type who obsesses over color accuracy in cinema mode, you'll want to tweak it. But for under what, or $100? This is the TV that makes you question why anyone pays more. LG OLED G4 Evo, the minimalist's dream. Now we shift from brightness to darkness. OLED doesn't fight the sun. It surrenders to the night, and in that surrender, it finds perfection. The LG G4 Evo is what happens when a TV stops trying to be a TV and starts trying to be art. It's 4 millimeters thin, hangs flush to the wall like a framed photograph. No gap, no bulk, just glass and image. The panel is LG's 4th Gen OLED with MLA technology. Micro lens array, basically tiny lenses behind each pixel that redirect light toward you. The result, an OLED that's nearly twice as bright as older models. Still can't match mini LED in a bright room. But in controlled lighting, it's breathtaking. Because here's what OLED does that nothing else can. True black. Not dark gray pretending to be black, black. You're watching a space movie. The stars don't float on a dim canvas. They pierce through total void. It's the difference between looking at a picture of the night sky and looking up at it. The Alpha 11 AI processor inside is a quiet genius. It analyzes every frame, adjusts sharpness, color, contrast per object, not per scene, per object. A face stays natural while the background gets enhanced. You don't notice the processing. You just notice everything looks right. For gaming, it's 120 Hz of panel with 0.03 seconds response time. Basically, instant 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, NVIDIA G-Sync, FreeSync Premium. If you're a PS5 or Xbox Series X owner, This is the screen those consoles were designed for. His gospel, the Magic Remote is still one of the best in the business. Point and click like a Wii controller. Voice commands that actually work. And WebOS 24 is clean, fast, and stays out of your way. Sound is a 4.2 setup pushing 60 dB. It's good, not great. You'll want a soundbar eventually, but it won't embarrass you out of the box. The downside price around $1,900 for the 55-inch. And if your living room has big windows and afternoon sun, this isn't your TV. OLED is for evenings, for mood lighting, for people who dim the lights before they hit play. But if that's you, this is the one. Samsung S95D, the bright rebel. Here's where it gets interesting. Samsung looked at OLED and said, we can do better. And in some ways, they did. The S95D uses QD OLED, quantum dot OLED. It takes the infinite contrast of OLED and adds the color volume and brightness of quantum dots. You get perfect blacks and punchy saturated colors that OLED alone struggles with. But the real party trick, the anti-glare coating. Most OLEDs hate sunlight. Reflections turn the screen into a mirror, but Samsung applied a matte finish that scatters light instead of reflecting it, so you can watch during the day without closing every blind in the house. It's not perfect. In a totally dark room, the matte finish can make pure blacks look slightly hazy, but in real life, with lamps, windows, and a living room that isn't a cave, it's a game-changer. The design is stunning. 11 millimeters thin, one connect box. All your cables plug into a separate box you can hide. The TV itself, just power and a single thin cable. Clean, elegant, no mess. Inside is the NQ4 AI Gen 3 processor. 512 neural networks working in real time. Upscaling is scary good. 1080p content looks near 4K. Even 720p streaming doesn't fall apart. Gaming features are top tier. 144 Hz at 4K, Frank Premium Pro, NVIDIA G-Sync certified, and Samsung's Game Hub lets you stream Xbox Cloud Gaming GeForce Now, all without a console. Audio is a 4.2.2 system with 70-watt output, object tracking sound plus. The sound follows the action on screen. A car moves left to right. The audio does too. It's clever. It works. But like all built-in systems, there's a ceiling. The one thing that stings, no Dolby Vision. Samsung uses HDR10 Plus instead. It's good, but it's not universal. Netflix, Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus all support Dolby Vision. You'll get HDR10 Plus on some apps and standard HDR on others. Not a deal breaker, but it's worth knowing. At around $2,100 for the 55-inch, this is for someone who wants OLED picture quality, but lives in the real world with windows and sunlight and life happening around the TV. Sony Bravia 9, the perfectionist. There's a type of person who doesn't just watch movies, they study them. They notice when skin tones shift, when motion stutters, when a shadow loses detail. For them, Sony built the Bravia 9. This is a mini LED television, not OLED. But don't mistake that for a compromise because Sony doesn't win on specs alone, they win on processing. Inside is the XR backlight master drive. Thousands of tiny LEDs controlled with terrifying precision, but more importantly, the cognitive processor XR. Most processors analyze a frame and optimize brightness, color, contrast separately. Sony's processor works like a human brain. It identifies the focal point, the place your eye will naturally go, and it enhances that first. So a face in a dark room doesn't just get brighter, it gets prioritized. Texture, detail, emotion, everything else supports it. You're watching a drama close up on an actor's face. You see the moisture in their eyes, the stubble, the pores, not because it's over-sharpened, but because the processing knows what matters. This is the TV cinematographer's buy because it shows them what they actually shot. The panel hits around 3,500 nits peak brightness, not the highest on this list, but the control is unmatched. Blooming is nearly invisible. Local dimming is surgical. And motion, Sony's motion handling is legendary. XR clear with 120 Hz refresh. Sports, action films, panning shots, everything stays sharp without that soap opera effect. You can watch a Blade Runner scene in 24 frames per second and it looks like film, not like motion smoothing trying to help. For gamers, it's solid. Two HDMI 2.1 ports with 4K 120H, ZVRALLM, Auto HDR tone mapping for PS5, Auto Genre Picture Mode. If you're in the PlayStation ecosystem, this TV talks to your console like they're old friends. The sound system is interesting. Acoustic multi-audio plus tweeters behind the screen, subwoofers at the bottom. The sound comes from the image itself. It's immersive in dialogue scenes, but in action, it lacks punch. You'll want external speakers. Google TV runs smooth. All your apps, CHAS built-in, voice search that actually understands you. The build quality is premium. Slim bezels, solid stand. It doesn't scream for attention, it just sits there perfectly. At around $2,400 for the 65-inch, this isn't an impulse buy. This is for someone who knows exactly what they want and refuses to settle. Panasonic Z95, the hidden legend, and now the one most people will never see in a store. Because Panasonic doesn't play the retail game like the others, they don't flood Best Buy, they don't sponsor every YouTube tech channel. But among enthusiasts, among people who live on forums and calibration threads, the Z95A is spoken about in whispers. This is a master OLED professional edition built for colorists, editors, filmmakers, then sold to the rest of us. It uses the same LG OLED panel as the G4, but Panasonic tunes it differently. Out of the box, this is the most color-accurate TV you can buy. Professionally calibrated at the factory. True cinema mode is reference level. You could edit a Netflix series on this. The HCX Pro AI processor MK2 handles everything with frightening accuracy. Motion, upscaling, tone mapping. Nothing is overdone. Nothing is artificially punched up. It just looks true. You're watching a nature documentary. The green of a rainforest doesn't look nuclear. It looks like chlorophyll. A sunset doesn't look like an Instagram filter. It looks like light through atmosphere. That's the Panasonic difference. Restraint. It supports Dolby Vision IQ HDR10 Plus HLG, and the Dolby Vision implementation here is among the best. Dynamic metadata frame by frame. Brightness adjusts to your room lighting. Gaming specs are respectable. 120 Hz, 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, VRR, Frank, and very low input lag. It's not marketed to gamers, but it handles them just fine. The audio is a 360-degree Soundscape Pro system, upward firing drivers for Atmos, a 125-watt total output. For a built-in system, it's shockingly full. You might actually delay buying that soundbar. The operating system is Fire TV, and yeah, that's the weakness. It's sluggish. Ads creep in. Menus feel cheap next to the panel quality, but plug in an Apple TV 4K or NVIDIA Shield. Problem solved. The design is bold, thicker than most OLEDs. A fabric front panel in charcoal. It doesn't try to disappear. It sits in your space with presence. At around $3,000 to $100 for the 65-inch, this is the most expensive on the list and the hardest to find. But for the person who cares about image accuracy above all else, this is the summit. So here we are, 5 televisions, 5 philosophies. Can TCL said performance shouldn't cost a fortune. LG said design is part of the picture. Samsung said OLED can live in the daylight. Sony said processing is everything. And Panasonic said truth over trend when none of them are perfect, but all of them are excellent. The question was never which is the best. The question is, which is best for you? Because in the end, a TV isn't just a screen. It's the frame around 1,000 quiet nights, a lazy Sunday, a kid's first movie, the finale you've been waiting months to see. It's where life pauses and stories take over. So choose carefully, not just for the specs, but for the moments. Before you go, hit that subscribe button, because we don't just review, we expose. From the hype to the hidden failures to the tricks, brands hope you'll never question. So, hit like, tap subscribe the NextGen picks, and join thousands of smart shoppers who already know smart spending starts with asking smarter questions.